Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento, swing y lo ponchó. Ponche de Alvarado, amigos.
Welcome to Phillies Weekly. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today for another episode of the winning Fighting Phils. They're playing unbelievable. We're 10 games ahead of 500. We are in only 3 games behind the Atlanta Braves that are like sinking by the second. And here we are. We have a beautiful show today. Roger McNamee is back in the house from, I don't know, he's been all over the world since the last time we had him here. Of course, Jeff and of course, John is here. Look where that beautiful place is. Look at that. But let's start with Roger, and then we go around the horn. Roger, how you doing, brother?
Oscar, I am absolutely astonished. It was exactly 2 months ago that we were 9-8. Exactly 2 months ago. And, to go from 10 under to 10 over in this period of time, obviously unprecedented, certainly for this team. And candidly, watching this past week, we had the most astonishing 5-2 week, right? A week where at a different time of year, we would have gone 0-7, right? We could easily have lost all 7 of those games. And we won 5 of them. And we won at least 3 of them in the most insane ways possible. And I'm looking at this and just going, as far as I'm concerned, anything is possible this season. Literally any. I don't think we're going to get Tarek Skubal, but I think barring that, pretty much everything else is possible.
Look, it's amazing what we've done. I mean, I'll take Broxton any day of the week. I mean, a lot of our headaches will go away if that guy would come over.
There are a ton of good arms, and I hope that's where we.
I know. We'll see. Jeff, how you doing, man? Great to see you.
It feels like it's the OG Phillies Weekly crew from when we started this doing the Twitter Spaces.
We're just missing Tyler. Tyler is the missing link here, and then of course Tim Kelly, which has been always part of the family since day one. So I mean that's kind of the sixth gang that initiated Phillies Weekly. It started as something very small and has continued to build over the years, and this is This is our 4th season, believe it or not. I mean, our 5th season. I don't even know. I lost count already, Jeff.
Well, and it's obviously it's the biggest baseball podcast in the world now. Everybody knows that.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Look at that. Wow, you're watching for New Zealand, and
is it really our 4th season? I thought it was our 3rd.
That might be our 3rd. I don't know. I know we went live like this 2 years. I mean, last year. Last year we've done it like that, and we've done a couple of years on in and out. I mean, did it every Sunday night, and look. It's Phillies Weekly, so what it is, John Foley from Foley, the Philly Star. There you go. How you doing, brother?
Right here on South Street. I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Happy that the Phillies are rolling. Close one today, but they pulled it out. We have some bullpen concerns. There's a lot of concerns, but as long as they keep winning, I'm with Roger. Anything's possible. It feels like they have a little magic this year.
I can't believe this team. I really can't believe this team is 20 games over 500 since April 28th. It's absolutely insane. I would have told you if someone would have told me they'd be 10 over 500 right now. I would say get out of here. I'm like I'm an optimistic guy, and I would have laughed.
Second best record in July in baseball, 17-8, and believe it or not, the Marlins are number 1. I mean, the Marlins are. That is a young team that is up and coming. I love their pitching. I mean, their ERA is best in baseball in July.
And the Phillies beat them 2-3. That's what's impressive about the whole thing.
But they didn't have their best pitchers against us, which was great. Alcantara didn't pitch. Euro Perez didn't pitch.
Alcantara pitched in that.
Alcantara pitched.
Alcantara Mayer was the one that didn't pitch. I mean, the kid hasn't lost. I mean, that kid is one heck of an arm. I mean, a first-round pick from them. They brought him 2 years ago. He had Tommy Young, came back, and now he's like unbeatable. So I think he's 9-0, and he has not been beaten in like 17 straight starts, which is an amazing feat. But hey, we still have them behind. We're looking behind them. They're behind us. So
Yeah. Well, and they obviously didn't put him up against us because they wanted to protect his pristine record.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Let's start with this. How many weeks so far, John? How many weeks do we have? I mean, the Philly store shop. Foley's the Philly store shop. How many weeks?
Wow, I think we've got 5-6 weeks in the books now, and so far so good. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of friends from Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, have made it out. It's really been a great time down here at the shop.
Hang on, you were bragging about Derek Hill came by.
that was a joke, but I will say that probably around the All-Star break, we're going to have our first signing with a member of the Philadelphia Phillies here at the shop on South Street. This is breaking news. I haven't told anyone yet. I'm telling you guys first.
I was going to say, is this a good tease for the visit around the All-Star break?
Yeah, I think if people are in town for the All-Star break, you might want to fit Phillies in your schedule. We've got somebody coming by, and should be a lot of fun.
Well, you have repeat customers here. I mean, at least Roger and I were repeated customers. I mean, we bought more than once, so it's the real deal.
That's right.
And John, I will tell you, I think your fulfillment for mail order people, because I've been doing it from the road, has been absolutely fantastic. And I really tip my hat to you. That is, I do it for my band. It's really hard to do fulfillment of merchandise, in small order. And you guys do a great, great job.
Yeah. We try to get things out as fast as possible. If you're not able to make it here in person, check out Foley'sOnSouth.com. Browse. We have pretty much everything. I would say 90% of what's in the store is also online. Check it out, and free shipping over $75.
John, you guys have a partnership with Hunt Auctions, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hunt Auctions, very trusted name in the sports memorabilia business. They've been in business over 30 years. They sell memorabilia, signed memorabilia, right at Citizens Bank Park on the first baseline. And we have a bigger selection than that here on South Street.
A lot of you will ask the question, why am I not wearing my typical Phillies cap? I'm wearing the Venezuelan cap. I was born in Venezuela. We've gone over the last 4 days to something really, really tragic. 2 major catastrophic earthquakes, one behind the other within 39 seconds of each other. They hit near Caracas in the coastal part. Venezuela is a beautiful country. I was born there. I was almost born in the U.S., believe it or not. I was almost born in Miami. But my mom and my dad decided that they wanted me to go down to South America and be born down in Venezuela. I
thought you were born on a boat, or like you were on your way there.
Rod Carew was born on a train. I mean, just I was not on a boat. I mean, my family on my mom's side, they're originally from Cuba. So they immigrated to the U.S. in the 60s or in the 50s, in the late 50s. And my dad had a job down in South America, in Venezuela, and then they moved down there. And then they didn't let the Cuban government wouldn't allow my mom to leave the country. So they finally were able to leave because my uncle was studying at Georgia Tech in Atlanta. And then they moved to the Miami. They were able to get to Miami and then move to Atlanta. But my parents said, no, you're gonna be born in Venezuela. And I was born in Venezuela. Look, I'm a proud Venezuelan American. I've been a U.S. citizen for the last 30 years. I've lived in Philly for the last 25. But I have Venezuela in my heart. I mean, and when something like this happened, it's tragic. There's close to 70,000 people missing right now. There is over 300, close to 380 buildings that have collapsed, completely collapsed. I mean, I have a friend of mine have lost 30 people. They're confirmed dead. Got a classmate of mine from a high school down in Venezuela, Santiago León de Caracas, in Caracas. I was born in Caracas. You see the city there in the middle. There is a lot of buildings in the Caracas area. I mean, it's not like a lot of the U.S. where you have so many houses and all that. Everything is building. And over 383 buildings have collapsed, completely collapsed. I mean, the people are buried there. We've gotten, and the government, it's a very complicated situation that I'm not going to go and explain too hard here, but the government is very incapable. So there is people from the U.S., from Spain, people from Mexico, people from Italy, people from France. They have gone to Venezuela, SWAT teams of people trying to help get the people out of the rubble. And it is a very, very complicated situation. Just pray for them. I've been doing this for the last few days. I've been helping here an organization, a couple organizations that have a lot of Venezuelan people have been supporting this, and I'm doing my part just so you get an idea of how beautiful this place is. In Caracas, the weather, you get wet season and dry season, but the weather is the same all year round. I mean, it's going to go into 90 and 70 all year round. That's where the weather doesn't change. And who wakes me up in the morning are those parrots that you see there. They get in the window and they want you to feed them. And this is all over Caracas, right? If you go to Caracas, you're in a building, the parrots are going to be sitting outside waiting for you to feed them either bananas or seeds. So it is a beautiful place. The Angel Falls are there, the largest falls in the world. It has beautiful mountains, desert, it has snow, and then you see the beautiful beaches. And now a lot of Venezuela, particularly around the area of Caracas and what is called La Guaira, which is where the Caracas airport is. I mean, looks like something like you see on the top, completely run down. I mean, again, 70,000 people missing. It is a huge number. So your prayers are surely needed, and we thank you for doing that. So
to put this in perspective, that's the size of Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how many people are missing. So it is a very unfortunate and sad thing. I mean, things happen in nature. The only thing is that we pray and we support any way we can. There's a lot of volunteer people there with their bare hands because there is not enough equipment or anything. With 383 buildings down, it is a very, very, even hospitals are down. I mean, just to give you an idea, they play a summer baseball league. There is a hotel near the stadium. The stadium completely collapsed, and a lot of members of the family of baseball players that play in that league unfortunately passed away. Many children. I mean, it is a very, very sad situation. Right now, the government has confirmed about 1,400 people dead, but believe me, it's going to be a much larger than this. It is a huge catastrophe. And look, buildings look like the one you see on the bottom. I mean, that's what you see right now, complete rubble. I mean, it was massive. It was 7.2, the other 7.5 in areas that are not accustomed to this. It is very, very sad. But well, let's move on. Let's continue with our Fighting Phils. A great week, we might say. We win 3 out of 4 against the Nationals. We win 2 out of 3 against the Mets, the almighty Mets. We finally go to Citi Field and we win 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 there. I mean, together with San Francisco, this is Oracle Park. Has been a house of horrors for the Phillies. I think they were 6 and 22 in the last 30 games or whatever the number is, or 6 and 24 in the last 30 games before going to the series. So finally, we get to win 2 games there. I don't know, any thoughts about what you saw this week and beating the Mets in Citi Field?
Well, the first thing I'd point out is our bullpen had a really, really rough week, right? Mm-hmm. They surrendered the lead 4 times, and yet the offense bailed them out every time, which is really cool. And in the 9th inning, Duran was unbelievable. Repeatedly.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at the Phillies' record in 1-run games. Improved today to 18-6, I believe. And so there's a little bit of luck involved there, but I wouldn't chalk it up to luck. I would chalk up a big piece of it to Yohan Duran. The guy's been incredible.
And also the late home runs, right?
Yes,
I mean, the offense. To me, what's really beautiful about what happened was how many different heroes there were, mm-hmm. and how many times when you think to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if we got a home run here? We got a home run here.
It's happened a couple times,
Hey.
especially from that guy right there, Kyle Schwarber. But
or this guy.
I want to add on to the bullpen here. Like, I didn't think Orion Kirkering had a good week at all.
Right.
I thought his command was off all week, and the way he battled on, when was it? Was it Thursday? I forget.
Today.
He got the 3
I didn't even get to
strikeouts.
today. But the last time he pitched,
Right,
too,
the 3 strikeouts. The 3 strikeouts with man on second base.
Yeah, exactly. And today, like, he had nothing. Like, it was. Look, you thought for sure he was going to give up at least one run, or walk a run in. The fact that they chased at, he basically threw 9 straight balls, and they chased at 2 of them. I mean, credit to him. Like, he was fired up after that. You just don't get away with what he got away with today.
Yeah.
No, it was amazing. And, hopefully we don't want to see this from Orion Kirkering the rest of the year, right? We want him to get back to what we know he can do. They're going to need Orion Kirkering down the stretch and in the postseason. So, but in the meantime, this little escape act, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, look, to me, Orion is in the process of, just like a lot of players, it takes time to get to situations and begin to establish himself. And he's going through that, which is great. I mean, I love today. I mean, he allowed by the way, awful at bat by Mauricio. I mean, that was an awful at bat.
Horrible.
That was insane.
That was horrible. I mean,
Why swing?
Yeah, I mean, and look, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it any day of the week. I mean, with 1 strike, with 1 ball, the guy swings after giving so many base on balls. I mean, it's like, you got to take it. And then he struck out the next guy, which is what he needs to do. Look, he's learning. To me, he's learning. He's progressing. I love what I've seen out of him. I mean, he's been one of the best pitchers out of that bullpen, and we're going to need him down the road to be able to be successful.
Well, one of the things I've learned from Orion over the years is, and he's really getting to this mode now, it's just effort mode. Like, I don't care. I'm getting this guy out. I don't care what I got or what I don't got. And he did that on Thursday night. It was just, hey, look, I don't care the situation. I'm going to strike these guys out. I thought his fastball has been very lively. His sweeper probably isn't where he wants it to be right now. But, I mean, look, he's pitching the 8th inning, and he's proving all these narratives wrong right now. Oh, he can't pitch the 8th. Why? Because he gave up a 3-run home run the other night? Well, guess what? I always say character is tested the most when you're up against it, and the last 2 outings, his character's really been tested.
Yeah, it's a learning. I mean, it's a learning process. I mean, that is the reality of things. It is a learning process, and we have to go through it. I mean, a couple of questions here before we go in and talk a little bit more specifics about the week. Can the Phillies overtake the Braves in the first place by the All-Star break? I don't think it'll be. Maybe. You never know. I mean, they don't play each other. That's the tricky part of it. If they play each other and you beat them, then you take a full game.
I'll take this right now. 3 games back, 4 back in the loss column. If they just hold ground right now, I think that's good.
Yeah, it's incredible. And, maybe it's for the best they're not playing each other the way things turned out between the Phillies and Braves earlier in the season. Let them do their thing, keep losing, let the Phillies, stay on this roll. And anything could happen. It might not be by the All-Star break, but I think there's going to be a battle all season long now, which was, inconceivable. You just can't say it enough. There was everyone you talk to had written off the division to the Braves, and here they are.
Here's another one. Walking a tightrope can be dangerous. Dave needs to get to work to fix the team to help the lineup. Look, and the back end of the bullpen minus.
What do you want them to do? Like, again, I get tired of this a lot. Look, we all know they need to improve stuff, but look, their bullpen's 14th in baseball in ERA. Can we not act like they suck?
Well, I don't think you have to act like they suck, but I do think the frustration with Dave Dombrowski is reasonable. I mean,
he also traded for Johan Duran. So
it's not like
thank God. I mean, thank God. I mean, we don't have that issue in the back end. I mean, on the 9th inning. I mean, the question is, I do believe. I mean, look what Sugar did today. I mean, and I know he's going to allow runs. I know. Look, it's nothing is perfect. The question to me, more than anything, that we need to try to respond to, as people that love baseball, people that have been in baseball for many, many years, is what does Dave needs to do to get this team over the hump and be able to
be a left-handed reliever in the worst way? That's
what was that?
They need a left-handed reliever in the worst way.
Yeah, I think that's the point. I mean, that is the point that is trying to bring it up here. I do believe. I mean, I have stats. We'll wait till I show some of the stats. There is an issue with us hitting lefties. I mean, a massive issue. Even in July, there is a big issue with this team.
We're in July.
Excuse me, in June. I'm sorry. Even in June. I mean, I'm already.
July.
I'm already thinking October, Jeff. I'm already thinking October.
I don't think October until October hits.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking in October. I want to make sure this team is prepared for what's coming. I don't think this team has been as prepared as it should be because of some flaws.
You know what? They were the hottest team in baseball going into the playoffs last year, and they lost. So I don't want to hear they're hot or they're not hot. It's all luck of the draw at this point. It's such a crapshoot.
Look, you're gonna have to beat the Dodgers. You're gonna have a hell of a. You need.
Well, I agree, but they out-hit and they outpitched them last year. If you look at the numbers, and they still lost the series.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be somewhat
awful. I mean, we pitched fantastic in that series. We hit absolutely awful. The last 3 years, we have not hit well in the postseason.
Yeah, I agree. But
that's the problem. I mean, and I know he's better pitching. I mean, there is no doubt. And the question is, how can they prepare this team? What is required? I mean, are we expecting Hill to be the guy that was the hero this way? I mean, the catch that guy made. I mean, whoa! I mean, the home run the guy hit. I mean, incredible. I mean, the guy is like a magic one, and he had a miracle week. But
Derek Hill fixed the problem. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's Roger, but I was just going to say that I think Derek Hill has a chance to be Miguel Rojas, right? That would be an absolutely fantastic outcome. I mean, if he plays great defense, which so far he's playing, and from time to time he gets a key hit, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Derek Hill to me fixed the problem. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I don't know if he fixed the problem, but I will say he's a very talented guy. You love his energy. You know, it feels in some ways a lot like Bader last season, where it's just somebody that comes in and injects some energy, some late inning heroics. You can't say enough about that catch. We could dedicate a whole show.
The catch and the home run. I mean, the catch and the home run. I mean, we are the only team in baseball that have hit 3 go-ahead home runs in the 9th inning to win games. Nobody else have ever done in the history of baseball.
What I meant by Derek Hill he fixed a problem. They now have depth on their bench because of Derek Hill. Unfortunately, Adolis Garcia got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm going to be fairly honest. I mean, I want to see Derek Hill over a longer period of time to be able to evaluate him. Miguel Rojas is a very savvy player. Can he be Miguel Rojas? I hope. I hope he could be the Miguel Rojas of this world. I mean,
he's still the another right-handed bat.
The track record doesn't say that, but I hope he is. I mean, he's a 660 OPS guy in his entire career. I mean, he had 1.125 this week, and it's like, I mean, so look, can he be part of the solution? I agree with you. He plays. He looks to be a great defender. He solves a problem in center field. He adds some safety net behind Crawford that have a struggle against lefties, and he's going to go through his ups and downs. And look, they let him start today, and I'm glad they let him start today. I mean, it shows some confidence on the guy. And the guy, I agree that he looks like he could help, but I want to see it over a longer period of time. I mean, to me, Bader, for example, last year came in and was fantastic for this team. Can Hall be that guy? I doubt it, but
how you got to evaluate Derek Hill. He has to get you through the next month. He has to get you through the next. Then you worry about Derek Hill later.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave this with. I mean, before trading deadline and everything, we might want to talk about without this slide. It was historic what these guys did. Roger mentioned it. We had to come back after giving away the leads a number of times. We hit 3 home runs to go ahead in the 9th inning. That was incredible. And then Schwarber, with his 30th home run, is the fastest guy to 30th home run in the history of the franchise. It had a historical week, and you got to take your hat off to the offense. The offense has been incredible the last few weeks. Incredible.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we're finally getting the fun summer that we were promised, right? Like, we all had our fears about October after the last few seasons, but we were at least thinking there would be a great summer, and it looks like we're back on track for that. This last week was amazing.
So here, let's look at. So here's where the team is as of right now, and I'll go into some of the comments in a minute. The team is 43-37, 10 games above 500 for the first time this year. 23-19 at home, 24-18 away. Mattingly 38-18, an amazing job, plus 20. I mean, that is incredible what the guy have done. And then look at the month of June, not July, Jeff, not July, June. They're 17-8 in the month of June. Last year, they were 14-13. They're going to have a better record than last year.
I remember Bryce Harper missed June last year. So
yes,
that was a good June for them.
So 18-10 and 17-8 over the last 2 months. This team has completely turned it around. I mean, they look like they are the real team. They're 12-10 in the last 30 games, 12-8 in the last 20, 7-3 in the last 10. We're now 15-11 against the National League East, 4-3 in extra innings. And the most impressive thing, we're the best team in all of baseball and by a lot with one-run games. And that's huge. I mean, that is bread and butter in baseball.
That's what happens when you have Johan Duran in the ninth inning.
Yeah, that's when you have Johan Duran. Go ahead.
But also all the home run hitters. I mean,
correct.
The reality of this thing is that the one-run games, we've been ahead. I mean, the key thing in one-run games is you got to actually be ahead. Yep. And what's astonishing is the percentage of these games. I mean, one of those games is the one where Duran gave up the home run. That's one of the 6. I don't remember what the other 5 were.
The Toronto game.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah. But you're right. Like, and that was a 0-0 game.
You pretty much remember the games where we lost by a run. 2 of them we blew it at the very end, right? And the other 4, I don't remember what happened. But it's like, whereas the 18, you can also remember pretty much all of them because that's how good Duran has been, and how many just insanely timely 7th, 8th, and 9th inning home runs we've had.
I think the other big thing out of this slide is we finally are above the last 2 games. We're finally above the run differential in the positive. I mean, it's been the entire year we've been below, and the last 2 games we were able to get it above. We got it above the hump. So
I just hope this tells you how much of a BS stat run differential is to me, because they're 10 over 500 and they have a +2 run differential.
Well, in fact, Jeff, I want to second that because a lot of these things are based on arithmetic as opposed to how baseball really works. Mm-hmm. And, because like the other thing is, if you look in the MLB thing, it says our expected win-loss is that we're a 500 team, right? And, obviously the one-run games
that's the difference. That's the difference,
right?
Yeah.
And you look at that, what you realize is that it isn't just luck, right? I mean, the reality is Duran really is better.
Yeah. Well, I think what the stats gives you, they give you direction. I mean, to me, they don't tell you always the truth. They give you direction.
Yeah, I mean, it tells you something. Run differential tells you something, but it doesn't. It's not taking into account each game and how each game plays out. It's not taking into account, Garrett Stubbs on the mound in the 9th or whoever. It's actually Stubbs has pitched pretty well.
Yeah. Stubbs doesn't give up a run. Come on, John.
but you get the idea, right? Like sometimes,
but John,
behind and you wave the white flag, that can kill your run differential, and It's not just you can't just take the run scored and runs against and just manipulate it to come up with.
But you cannot expect that you're going to be -40, -50 and expect to be a winning team. I mean, the numbers say it here. Look, the Colorado Rockies are -89. The San Francisco Giants are -50. The Diamondbacks are -31. The Reds, which are in last place in the Central,
they also don't have Johan Duran and the Stars.
No, I agree. I don't disagree. But what I'm saying, the first, all the way up to May, we were like in the high 30s. I mean, it didn't look pretty, but again, it's just one stat in the context of all the stats. We won the last 4 series. Does that tell us anything? I mean, it's positive. I mean, it's positive sign. This to me is a sign going from -40 where we were to being right now +2. It coincides and it's directionally proportional to what you're seeing May and June where we're winning.
What a good stat for run differential is? Give me the run differential since April 28th. I bet it's plus 60.
I bet it's
Yeah,
pretty
exactly. Whatever the number is. I
Yeah.
mean, just like when Mattingly took over. I mean, you can look at. I mean, why don't we give you that as the homework, Jeff? I mean, why don't you check the run differential before Mattingly and after before Mattingly?
I might have to tweet. I might have to tweet that tonight on top of the show.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And you're going to see that the number is going to be huge. It's probably plus 40. I mean, it's probably plus 40, plus 45.
It's probably higher than that, honestly.
Yeah.
You're 20 games over 500. It's probably high, a lot higher.
Yeah. So
The bottom, I think, was minus 54. So I think you're going to discover the number is like 56, right?
yeah, there you go. I mean, it's a high number. It is a pretty high number. So,
But
look,
guys, there's before you go off that slide, Oscar,
go ahead.
the thing about the one run, I mean, we have to actually sustain a ratio roughly like that. The way this team is structured and with the limited things available to us at the trading deadline, that is, we can really lean into that stat by improving our bullpen and maybe adding a fourth starter. There's not as much as we can do.
I mean, can you imagine if they somehow would get and enroll this Chapman, what that would do?
Yeah, well, but the point is, there are probably 10 people you can get who would make you materially stronger on this stat. Okay. And in my mind, as we're thinking about getting ready for the trading deadline and what all of us who are fans should be looking at, I'd be looking at our strengths and asking, what can we do to lock those things in? Mm-hmm. Because that particular one is insanely valuable in the postseason.
I agree. I agree 100% with you that stat is one of the most important ones that we need to maintain.
And those are the games they lost to the Dodgers last year, the one-run games.
And and the thing is, if it's luck, we got to use the trading deadline to make it not luck.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's where I agree with everybody.
Okay. Let's go to this slide. Look, we won the last 4 series. This team has been incredible. I mean, incredible over the last 10 weeks. I mean, how many? We've lost 1 week in the last 10 weeks. I mean, how many are there? They're 9. We've lost 1 week in the last 9 weeks.
That's
5-1,
crazy.
5-2, 5-1, 2-4, 4-2, 5-1, 3-3. The interesting part about that is that we started pitching very, very well. We're not pitching as well now, but our hitting has taken off. Our hitting, I mean, we got saved there on week 9 and 10 against Cincinnati, Cleveland, San Diego, and LA with our pitching. And we did not hit much against probably very quality pitching there. Cincinnati has quality pitching. The Guardians have very high quality pitching as well as the Dodgers. We did not hit as well, but then our pitching has not been as strong the last 4 weeks, but our hitting has taken off. I mean, 7.33. I mean, last week and 5.57 this week.
Like this is insane what they're doing. This is like 2007, 2008 level.
This is it's incredible, insane. And I love the slide because it really just captures it all. You can see that brutal start.
Yeah, the roller coaster of the season.
I mean, it's a year. I mean, in week 5, we were dying. I mean, we were absolutely dying and said, this team, this is over. I mean,
a lost season. The
window has closed. I mean,
someone would have told me they'd be 500 on June 28th. I would have said, give me it. I'll take
Absolutely,
it.
yes.
Now it's like.
You thought like they're okay, maybe they'll grind their way back to 500 slowly over time. No, they just
and what changed? Okay, Wheeler is one of the big things that change.
Yeah, Wheeler replacing Walker.
And the other thing, you have to give it to Schwarber. I mean, Schwarber did not started good, then he went down. I mean, and suddenly this guy has taken off in a storm. And Brandon March, that has been, I mean, incredible. I mean, Brandon March doesn't look like. I mean, we know
Brandon
he hits
March
hard.
Is an all-star.
He's been incredible. Incredible.
Let's give it to Bryce Harper. He has been consistent all season long.
He has. He's proving the Broski that he's elite.
Well, I mean, he's having an elite season.
He is. I mean, he is. He's the leading first baseman offensively by a lot, right? 50 points over 30 points over Atlanta, and 50 over LA.
Yeah.
Right.
But
30 over Matt Olson, 50 over Freddie Freeman.
It's a shame it's not being reflected in the All-Star voting.
Look at
you know what? The Phillies fans did their job too. They voted their people. It's just I don't know how Bryce Harper didn't slip through the cracks there. It's weird.
Yeah,
look at the similarity. How we
people that just don't like him around the league.
You know what, John? I think that's it. I don't think it's Phillies fans. I don't
think it's Phillies fans. Phillies fans are doing their job. I mean, you can look at Marsh's numbers. You know, Phillies fans are voting, but for whatever reason,
I mean,
we'll talk about the All-Star in a minute.
We'll
hold the All-Star question in a minute. We'll talk about the All-Star in a minute. 4-5 weeks ago, this team was 28th in baseball in runs scored. 28th in baseball. I mean, right now we're in the top 15. I mean, this team is incredible what it has done, and you see it there with the amount of run scores that we're having. I mean, I'm telling you, and you can see it here. We're 17th in baseball in run score in total for the season. We're 47-17. We are 13th in pitching, 17th and 13. You can see in April 26, 388 runs, 4 runs, 22nd in baseball in May. In June, we're number 2 in baseball with a 5.52 run score. Take a look at our pitching. 408, 13th. We were 25th the first month of the season. We went down to 4th in May. We're down to 10th in the month of
Oscar,
runs.
you know what's crazy? Their pitching, it really hasn't been like at that elite level it was the last year or two. Like,
and then you see it here. You see the why here. You see it here. Look at this. And then look at the numbers below. Last year in the first half, our pitching was incredible. I mean, 4.38 was I cannot see the
that was top 5, I think, wasn't
391 it? And 391 and we're at 436. But look at our hitting. Our hitting almost has catch up where we were last year, where we ended up the first half as the best team in baseball with 55 and 41. I mean, we're hitting like I mean, there is no tomorrow. I mean, it's been incredible. The turnaround offense.
It goes back to your point. If Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper hit, this offense hits.
Yeah.
Well, so Jeff, can I push back just a slight bit here? Because I think what's really made this last 2 weeks has been the fact that Harper and Schwarber hit. The pitching wasn't that good. And we got offense from Marsh. We got
from other people. Yes.
From other people. And I mean, we even got some key RBIs from JT, right? We got a whole bunch of hits from Trey. And if we're going to matter at the end of the year, the most important thing we can do is improve our offense at shortstop and catcher, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the 2 places where in shortstop, we could also use improving our defense because, I mean, he only gets called for like half the errors he makes, but he already made 10 errors.
Yeah, I have a slide on Turner coming up.
But the thing is, I think that's the closest thing. I mean, that's the easiest way to a way better outcome in the second half of the year.
This is where I'm with you, Roger. Like, they can add what they need to add, right? And we all know what they need, but at the end of the day, it's like you said. We need another
cheer. We need John to organize a cheer at Foley's on South. Ovation for Turner.
Whatever
you
Turner
need, you need Trey Turner to hit.
We'll do the ovation again.
I think we need Turner. You need to get Turner into a store and just brainwash the guy, man. Just make sure he hits the right field.
His best, and we just don't know it.
I'll talk to him. I mean, Trey Turner is just. Yeah, like you guys are dead on. Like Trey Turner is your opportunity to basically acquire a superstar at the trade deadline. If he turns it around, we've seen it. We've seen the lows and we've seen the highs. If you get back to those highs, you're turning a negative on your team into a superstar, and he can do that. And that would be absolutely the biggest acquisition they can make.
Well, I think that would be humongous, and I think if we could get JT to 230, right? And, and to be able to make contact with a runner at third base and nobody out, right? I mean, he's had a couple of super timely hits, and I think he's actually called some great games so far this season.
The hit JT had on Tuesday night.
It's huge.
Yeah.
One, I mean, that's it right there, Roger. That's it.
But I give that hit on James Wood. When he hit that foul ball to right field, he needs to move. I mean, look.
Yeah, I agree.
A guy that understands baseball needs to move. I mean, if the guy hits it to right field, said he cannot catch up to the fastball. and then goes out and hits exactly, in right field. If the guy would have moved, he would have made an easier catch.
Yeah, but I think Warmonger said that catch had like a 10% probability.
Is that what it was, Roger?
Where he was
I never
fielding,
looked it up.
where he was standing. If the guy hits a fly ball in the previous pitch, and he gets it foul, you at least have to move a number of steps. He didn't move, and he lost it.
I hear you. I'm going to be a little bit more understanding.
I'm telling you, I've played all my life, and that's what I would do. If I'm playing the outfield and the guy's hitting toward right field, I'm going to move a few steps because that's where the ball there's a high probability if the guy's going to throw fastball that he's going to bring it the same place. And JT's an older player. He cannot catch up to the fastball the same way he's done before. That's how you do it. That's how you play the game.
I don't know. I think playing outfield's really hard.
I do too. From being a right fielder, I can tell you it's really hard.
Yeah,
he almost catched it, by the way. He almost catched the ball.
Yeah.
He dropped it at the end, but
He had it. He had it.
To describe it as a nearly impossible catch is the way.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable. It would have been an incredible catch, but well, let's not talk about James Wood. Let's talk about kind of where we are. We're 3 games behind 47 and 37. The Braves have been losing like crazy over the last month. I was looking at their numbers. The numbers for the Braves in the last month, I think, is 11. The Braves, there were a couple of days ago, there were 8 and 11. In the month of June. So they are in deep trouble. In my opinion, they're in deep trouble, and they are. And look, they're not hitting. They're not hitting. More than pitching is hitting. All the injuries except Acuna are pitching.
By the way, Oscar, it's not just the Phillies that are catching them. It's the other two.
Yeah, it's everybody. It's everybody. I think I'm more concerned with the Marlins because the Marlins have better pitching than the Nationals. They're a younger team.
If
they're
the
an up-and-coming
Nationals
team.
had competent ownership, this is a perfect time to fix what's wrong with them.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
There are a million pitchers available at the deadline. The Nationals, if they had competent management, I don't think they do.
They don't.
But if
They're too young.
No. I'm talking about like the general manager and the president of the organization.
Yeah. Even them, they're too young. I'm telling you, they're too young. The manager is the youngest manager in baseball.
Yeah, no, it's brutal. We all know from Phillies teams in the past when you have a bullpen like that, it's just demoralizing. Yeah. And it's like no matter what kind of leads you have, you're always just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I can't say I feel sorry for Nationals fans, but I do understand.
Blake Beretta is 33 years old. That is the manager. He's the manager.
The Phillies are older than him.
He doesn't get to make the call on who they pick up at the deadline.
JT's older than him. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, look, I think we're in a great spot to catch them. Look, we'll see what happens over the next few weeks, but I think we're going like this, and they're going like this. So it's a good probability that will happen. We just need to keep playing. Now the Phillies are they're in the 4th spot of the playoffs. You see where the Braves are. The Dodgers are already 5 games ahead of them for the number 1 spot. Look, as we know, the top 2 spots, they don't play in the first round. So
forget about the Braves. Let's catch the Brewers, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
By the way, guys, the biggest thing I want to point out here, Phillies have a winning record against the Padres, they have a winning record against the Marlins, they have a winning record against the Nationals. That's going to be big in case somehow they creep up to this and they because they're only 2 ahead of the Padres in the loss column.
Do we still play the Brewers again? We play the Brewers one more time?
Yeah, Brewers are at home. Yep.
So they're up to 1 on that series. So interesting. Look, the other interesting part of this is probably Mets, Giants, and Rockies are the only 3 teams in the National League that are out that could consider selling at some point.
Yeah.
And the Mets aren't training with the Phillies.
That Reds team is a machine. With Francona, De La Cruz was out for a number of weeks. They're going to get Hunter Green back.
That's the team I think that's going to get hot in the second.
That team is the scariest team in the National League, in my view. I love that team. The makeup, they got great pitching. Lodolo, Hunter Green, this dude, Chase Byrne. He's the real deal. I'm telling you, Abbott is a very good pitcher. They don't have a good bullpen because Pagan has been out all year with an injury. But that is a team that has the ability, 4.5 games out of the wild card. That is a team that could make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't think the Cards are making the playoffs. They are 3 out of 7 in the last few games. I don't know unless they make an acquisition of a pitcher. They don't have the pitching to.
They
to
look
be able
like
to
the
compete.
early season darlings, the Cardinal, and the Cubs have been fading a little bit. They righted the ship, but they were fading for a bit.
Yeah, and the Padres. They started really well, but they have begun to fade over the last month. Going kind of to the next slide. Here are the probabilities. Now the Marlins passed the Mets in terms of probabilities for the National League East. These are the FanGraph probabilities for the Braves: 92 and 70, 88 and 74. I mean, I just find amazing. This number went up 10%, and this number went down 10%. How come the Phillies are only 30% probability of winning? I mean, we're 3 games behind.
I would absolutely take the over on 88 wins. The way this team is playing
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That feels very low.
Absolutely.
I do think that this team's going to calm down at some point, like play 500 ball for about a month stretch. But even still, like the way they're playing, you would think that they're going to be another 10 over 500 by the time it's over.
Well, and the other thing, Luzardo is beginning to pitch better. I mean, no, I'm not talking kind of a couple of days ago or something, but over the last.
Well, he gave up on run now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. They took out the runs.
And Nola is pitching marginally better, but that marginal has made a huge difference when he starts.
I agree.
Because they're mostly winning the games Nola starts now. He's not around when it happens, but he keeps them competitive vaguely.
And that's
which is all we're hoping for from Nola at this point.
I think it's ridiculous. This number here of 27%. I think it should be much higher.
And the way they're playing, absolutely.
Listening to FanGraphs when it comes to their projections, they're always rearward looking.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the reputable organizations, so that's why I put it there.
I think this is telling. Braves, it's only 6.9% to win the World Series, and the Phillies is 6.7. That's telling me it's a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, that's a wash. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Whatever. I just want to go back to Luzardo for a second. We talked about Trey Turner earlier as maybe being the big acquisition you can get for the offense. Luzardo feels like the key to that rotation, especially when you get assuming they get into the postseason, when you can really get by with pretty much 3 starters. Luzardo can veer towards Sanchez and Wheeler and away from the 4 and 5 spots. He's the key to that half of it. So give me a good Luzardo and a good Trey Turner, and I think this team will be in great shape.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So here we talked about the historical week. I have that slide there a little bit later. Interesting part, they let Mendoza out of the Mets. I was a little bit shocked by, not shocked, but I mean, look, the big issue there is David Stern. I mean, David Stern has done an awful job. Him and the owner have done an awful job letting Pete Alonso, one of the best power hitters in baseball, and letting Edwin Diaz, one of the best relievers in baseball, go. I mean, it's stupid. It's stupid. And you know one guy that could make a huge difference on that team? Jose Iglesias. In 2025, he was the guy singing, "Oh my God," bringing the whole clubhouse together. Everybody, he was a connector in that clubhouse. Yeah. They don't have anybody. I think Soto is getting there, and he's just running his own thing, and Lindor wants to do his own thing. I mean, I think there is dynamics in that close house that are very, very concerning. And that's why, look, this team, David Stern and the owner completely destroyed it.
Well, my hypothesis is that Carlos Mendoza got time off for good behavior.
He does, and he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. So
I'm just saying,
they did him a favor.
He was such a trooper. Oh my God! I mean, he's not the guy who made all those trades. And he's the guy who had to deal with it. And I look at it as this was the best thing that could have happened to him. It would have been better if it had happened to him when it happened to
I think he gets another job, Roger. I really do.
So do I.
He's a really good manager. He's a really good manager.
I'm sure he's going to get another job. All I'm saying is, thank God he doesn't have to run out the string on the season, because now everybody's going to see that it's not going to get better with
it. Just felt like the Mets, like this whole offseason, it was weird. It was like square peg in the round hole, like moving Bo Bichette and moving Juan Soto. And it's like, you let Pete Alonso go. You got rid of all the coaches. I'm like, I just didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think they'd be this bad, but I didn't think it was going to work.
And the reason I put it here is because they might be a competition for Alex Cora at the end of next year. And here, I mean, I want to, first of all, going back here, here's what Alex Cora managed the Red Sox for 7 years, took them to the playoffs 3 times, won the World Series in 2018 with Dave Dombrowski, and they have a very, very good relationship. Topper was let go. He had the best record, the best winning percentage in the history of the Phillies, took us to the playoff 4 straight years. And then Mendoza had the team for 3 years, had a winning record, and took them to the playoff, to the NLCS in 2024 and lost to the Dodgers. So, look, the reality is that there could be a competition for Alex Cora if the Phillies decide that Mattingly decides that he wants to retire. I mean, they might as well. We might have an interesting competition here because Alex Cora is a really, really good manager.
That's interesting. I think Dave Dombrowski would get him. I mean, he was surprisingly candid. Dombrowski was when firing Rob Thompson. He talked about how he contacted Alex Cora before he even let Rob Thompson know he was fired, and started talking about the job, and then decided, even with Cora out, that he would fire Thompson anyway. I mean, that's really telling in terms of the relationship that these two guys have, and a lot of things always come down to money, of course.
Sure.
But, it's not like the Phillies can't spend for a manager. So I think if they want him, that's
what's crazy to me about this whole thing is, right, I feel like Don Mattingly is taking over the town like Rob Thompson took over the town a couple years ago. And we know how Philly fans feel about coaches. I know coaching is just one part of the equation here, but can you imagine if Don Mattingly takes his team to the World Series and they get rid of him for Alex Cora?
No, I mean, it wouldn't happen.
Jeff,
if they go to the World Series,
anything could happen. Anything could happen. I mean, Mattingly said he only wanted to manage 1 year, or he accepted this position until the end of the year. It'll be very interesting what's going to happen here. Look,
I'll tell you what, I think Don really likes managing a team that's had a lot of talent. And you got to remember something, like the 2013 Dodgers sucked in the beginning of the year too, and he turned them around. They won the division.
Yeah.
What's your take on this, Roger?
So I think that Mattingly said what he said so as not to, he said what he said when he got hired as bench coach so as not to interfere with Rob. Yes. He said what he said when he got the job so as not to appear that he had lied at the beginning of the season. I think that Mattingly is, unless we completely screw up, I think Mattingly's back next year. I think he's going to definitely tell Dave he wants to do it again.
Okay, so bye-bye.
I mean, that's unless we crash and burn. If we crash and burn, totally different animal.
I mean,
but the dude has the highest winning percentage right through whatever number of games that any Philly manager ever had. I mean, it's just got to be a whole.
Yeah, he's got to be up there in managers overall. But I just keep going back to how much Dave Dombrowski just loves Alex Cora, and
fine, but what's he going to do if Don says I want to keep the job?
It's tough, but
that's where the fans are going to revolt against Dombrowski even more than how they revolt against him now.
Let me ask you a question. What has changed on this team since last year that gives you the belief that this team can go and win a World Series?
I think it's the magic. I think that was missing the past couple of years, really since that 2022 run. All the talent in the world with some of these guys, but it just didn't feel like they were ever since that run. It just didn't feel like they had that spark, that they had that something that gets you through October. And some of these wins, these comeback wins, the amazing ninth inning stuff. This is what you think about when you think about a championship team, and I think that's the difference.
May I add 2 words? Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
I just think that Marsh changed levels this season, and he changed levels into something that we had completely lacked since Stott got rid of daycare, which was the observable fun on the field by somebody who actually knew what he was doing. I mean, you listen to Hill describe the way that Marsh guided him to the wall. that he never had to look at the wall. He could run at it full blast because he already knew exactly how far he was away from it because Marsh was telling him.
How about that ball? How about that ball that Hill lost in the lights and Marsh?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, he just ran 130 feet to get it. Like,
it comes
unbelievable. That's good stuff.
I'm just saying, his bat has been unbelievable, right? By the way, I agree with Iraq Philly.
I agree with
World
him too.
Series was definitely mad. He's going to.
If they win the World Series, who cares? We're just celebrating.
I think Marsh is also
celebrating for 5 years.
I think Marsh is also a young player that we talk about the daycare, right? He's a player he's maturing, right? He's becoming a leader on this team, like that next core. We thought maybe Alec Bone can't do that. Bryson Stott tries to do that, but it doesn't work because you got to back it up. Brandon Marsh backs it up. He knows how to have fun. Like Johan Duran is doing it now. He's kind of a leader in this clubhouse. It's like you're seeing it with a lot of this like next group. It's Brandon Marsh, Johan Duran, even Orion Kirkering in a sense. Like, look how much JT Realmuto trusts these guys. Like Harper and Schwarber and Realmuto and those guys are still, but you're seeing it with Christopher Sanchez now. You're seeing it with Johan Duran. There's a little bit of a changing of the guard, so that might be what the difference is.
I don't know, guys. I mean, I know we're on a hot streak right now, just like we were in a dry spell in the beginning of the year. I have my concerns that this team is too streaky. I have my concerns.
Sorry.
But that's baseball, right?
No, I got it. But for example, I mean, I'll give you a perfect. Let's start with this slide, okay? Let's start with this slide. The Phillies are the worst team in baseball with runners in scoring position. Only 694 at bats with runners.
No, they're the worst team at getting runners in scoring position.
Yeah, exactly. And we're one of the best we're one of the best teams in baseball hitting with runners in scoring position.
I agree with you. Yeah, but I mean, we know what the problems are. We know what they got to improve. It's just what are they going to give up to improve this? That's what I'm concerned.
Well,
about.
and Jeff, honestly, I'm not sure that we have what it would take to actually, improve it.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
In any way that wasn't just dumb luck. I mean, because if Buxton's not available, and if the Angels are not sellers, right, then the supply is teeny.
But to me, Byron Buxton is the guy that all the women want to date on Tinder or Bumble, whatever these dating apps are these days, and he's just like, no, I'm not available. I just do not want to date. I'm good with what I got.
But even if he wants, let's say he wants to date. Okay, let's say he wants to date. There are going to be 28 teams.
Everybody's going to be lining up. Yeah,
lining up behind Buxton. I mean, he's the best outfielder in baseball now. I mean, it's
and the point is, there are a lot of teams who need him who have way more to trade than we do.
Yeah,
right.
Byron Buxton's second in baseball in home runs, by the way. Byron Buxton's second in baseball in home runs.
Our year to get Broxton was last year. It was not this year.
There's a lot of teams that have more to trade to acquire him, but are those teams in the same position as the Phillies, where they're just so frustrated with these postseason failures that they'd be willing to let go of who they need to acquire?
Just look at carefully at these numbers. I mean, because these numbers are telling us something. I mean, to me, this team is not as good as it was a few years back. I think we had better options before when we had Segura as a guy that makes contact. I mean,
sure.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah.
I mean,
look at this. The 23 team was clearly better than this team.
Yeah. I mean,
if we'd had Duran in 23, of course, it would have.
That's the thing. They had to rely on a kid who literally was in single A ball to pitch crucial innings in the bullpen in the postseason. Like,
I mean, look at the left-handed pitching when we face left-handed pitching. Schwarber 994, Stott 758, Sosa 724. Everyone else, including Harper, stinks.
Yeah.
And Sosa's improved on that number over the last couple weeks.
He has over the year. And then Stott has come down because of reality. I mean, he's getting more at bat.
I mean, look, we know this team needs a right-handed bat. Everybody knows that. They need a left-handed arm in the bullpen. They probably need a 4th or 5th starter. It's just, what are you going to have to give up to do that? Are you going to give up Gage Wood? Are you going to give up Dante Nori, Rylan Heredia? This is what Matthew Fisher, Ramon Marquez. This is what are you going to gut it for this year? That's the question.
Well, and Jeff, isn't the other question that are you only going to be looking for outfielders? Because if you're really playing for this year, you have to look at shortstop and second base because there are a lot more hitters available.
Roger, you brought up a good point in our group chat the other day. Like, we know Brian Rincon is a major league glove, and they're not going to do it. But do you bring a guy like that? Just say, hey.
Look, you had a guy. His name is Luis Rengifo. This kid is a really good player. Milwaukee let him go because he has extra quality players. Luis Rengifo would have been a great asset. He's a complement to somebody like Sosa. Sosa, now that he's playing the outfield a little bit more, and he's a quality right-handed bat. But they let him go. They had too many utility guys, and they let him go. The guy was a really good bat. I would have loved to have Rengifo here, and he's clutch. I saw some hits. I track him because he's Venezuelan, and I have tracked his career.
It was also clutch. Yeah, it was also clutch. The guy they just brought in, Tommy Pham. I don't think he's gonna do anything, but he is clutch.
Over the last 3 years, I put you the numbers there: 680 OPS. Against left-handed pitching. I don't know. I heard behind the grapevine. That there have been some issues in the clubhouses. He's been there before. I don't know him. I don't know the guy. That's kind of the reality.
Yeah. I hate to sound like a broken record, but looking at the slide, it always comes back to Trey Turner. Like, look at those numbers.
Yeah, it does.
Imagine that 563 is a big bright green 800 and something. And wow, it's
awful. It's awful.
Your midseason acquisitions are Trey Turner, Alec Boehm, and JT Realmuto. If they JT,
just give us something.
Boehm is back to reality, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'm one of those guys. I just believe it's on the players, right? It's on the current players that you have. You can play fancy baseball all you want, and I do think they need to add certain. But look, you need Brad Keller to be Brad Keller. You need Trey Turner to be Trey Turner. This is why you pay these guys.
Right.
I agree with
and it's not too much to ask for half a season. It really is.
No, it's not.
Right? And the thing is, these are professionals. Mattingly's a great manager. They're surrounded by people with great attitude right now, because I think Harper's attitude is in a much better place than it was the last couple of years. And I think that Marsh has something to do with that, right? That he's taken some pressure off of Harper in some really interesting ways. Yeah. And when he bats behind Harper obviously likes having Marsh bat behind him.
Yeah, he needs Bryce Harper needs protection. He's always asked for protection. That's why he's wanted Pete Alonso in Philadelphia. Like, he wanted something, and he's getting it. Like, Don Mattingly's biggest move was saying, hey, look, Brandon Marsh is going to play every day. I don't care. I don't care if he can't hit lefties. He's going to play every day. And now he's hitting lefties, right? He's not hitting for power against lefties, but he's hitting against them.
Yeah. Look where Baum is ending June. So he's back to reality.
Yeah, that's what he is, right? That's what he is. Bryson Stott, though, he's been hitting well since May 1st.
Let me go one slide here, which is the All-Star slide. I think we're getting the short end of the stick. To me, Freddie Freeman and Matt Olson. Matt Olson has been. Matt Olson and Harper are the best first basemen in the National League this year. Freddie Freeman is not. It's not even close. I can look at the numbers, but it's not even close. I checked that. To me, the guy that deserves to be a second baseman, Stott doesn't deserve to be in the All-Star game, is Brandon Lowe from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is the best second baseman in the National League this year.
But that's fan voting, Yeah, it is what it is.
I'm with you. I agree. I agree.
I always say it's for the fans, and the fans complain, but
C.J. Abrams, best shortstop. C.J. Abrams, best shortstop in the National League this year. Max Muncy, best third baseman. Don't have a problem with that. Drake Bowen has been really, really good. The other guy should have been the catcher for the Marlins. That has done a tremendous job.
And you know what, Oscar?
And Goodman. Hunter Goodman. He's fourth in baseball in home runs with 25 home runs.
Well, Hunter Goodman will get picked. He'll be picked as a reserve.
Yeah, Hunter Goodwin deserves it. Pajes, I don't have a problem. He has a great season. Brandon March deserves to be there. And then Juan Soto probably from that list are the three guys that should be voted in.
I keep telling this, Phillies fans, you got to vote Brandon March in because I have a feeling he could be snubbed. you got to vote him in.
Not. I hope not. He deserves it. He's had a hell of a season. Corbin Carroll has also had a really good season. James Wood deserves to be an all-star.
And you remember, you got to pick
Wood.
one from each team. So that's the trick here. So when you say this guy doesn't deserve, it's like you just mentioned names, Oscar. Hunter Goodman should be there. James Wood should be there.
Otto Lopez had a great season.
Otto Lopez,
with the Marlins.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, like, you got to pick one. And the Phillies should get a lot of all-star representatives because they're look, there's two guys I really want to see in this game. Brandon Marsh and Zach Wheeler, because I think they've been incredible this year.
I'll put you one on Zach Wheeler. I want Zach Wheeler starting.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome if he could do that.
Starting the All-Star game in Philadelphia. That's.
I mean, with all the respect to Mr. Roski, that he deserves it. The guy is a very young guy. I don't know if his arm is going to hold up. I mean, I want him pitching 200 innings at 105 miles an hour. I mean, 200 innings.
I don't think we remember who starts All-Star games. It's not like it was when I was a kid when you remember it was Pedro Martinez against Kurt Schilling.
But Wheeler has been snubbed twice from the Cy Young.
Remember, here in Philadelphia.
Wheeler has been snubbed twice from the Cy Young. He deserves to open the All-Star game.
I agree, but it's the way it is. It's like, we don't. It's
for the love of the game, guys.
But how do you take Mizorowski out of being the starter right now? Yeah. How do you do that?
No, you don't. I mean, the numbers underneath are June 438 to 552. We saw that from 17th to 2nd. 24th in batting average. We're 8th in the month of June. In the month of June, we're 14th in on base percentage and 9th in OPS in the month of June. The chase rate continues to be awful, as well as the whiff rate. We're striking. The lack of discipline when we go to the plate, it is a huge issue on this team. I mean, look at the chase rate, look at the percentage Ks, and look at the percentage of base and balls. It is, I mean, not good. Not good. What are we going to do long-term with Kevin Long, Roger?
You're asking me?
Yeah, no. Should we bring? Should we bring?
If Kevin Long would like to go out for a hoagie with me, I would be delighted to do that. I have to go. Look, you guys know, I am a fan. I look at this and I don't think I'm competent to pick our field coaches. Okay, I just don't think that's one of my strengths. The one observation I would make, is that Schwarber and Harper and Marsh are having spectacular years.
And look how much better Schwarber and Marsh have gotten with this guy.
Well, John, we'll talk in October. We'll talk in October.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I mean, I'm not qualified.
I mean, look, I love Kevin Long. He's a wonderful guy. I'm not saying that they should let him go. I just think they need a batting guy that makes contact, can bunt the ball.
But that's not how this team is built, and that's the problem.
We need a batting coach for right-handed hitters, is what we need.
Yes, maybe a right-handed.
Yeah, can they have a right-handed hitting coach? Like, is there such a thing?
I think that's.
I don't know. I just want this guy's getting on base, guys. I mean, I just want this guy's getting on base.
That's not how this team is built, and you know that, and I know that. That's not how this current team is built.
I mean, the one thing I'll say about Kevin Long is, these guys love him. Schwarber, Harper love him. He is the one coach that I see on the team, and I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but he's the one guy on the team that I look at his reputation and I look at the results, and it's not quite matching up. So
I just tell people, like, look, if you like Kyle Schwarber hitting 257 with 30 home runs for the All-Star break every year, you keep Kevin Long. Kevin Long is the reason why Kyle Schwarber. But that doesn't mean Oscar. Kevin Long is the reason why Kyle Schwarber.
No. Kyle Schwarber is the reason why Kyle Schwarber is in 30.
No, I mean Kevin Long. If the Phillies want to fire Kevin Long, Kyle.
Nobody's saying about firing. You guys are using the word firing. I'm just saying bringing a coach. Bringing somebody together with Kevin Long that can help them make more contact. Let me ask you a question.
But that is not going to happen.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not going to happen.
Let's talk about Crawford just for a minute, okay? Let's talk about Crawford for a minute.
How about
when was the last time?
And I 70 games in his life.
No. I'm not saying. Look, I'm talking about bunting.
They don't bunt. No one bunts. Who bunts in baseball, Oscar?
Just the Crawford.
Watch the games. You watch the games. Who bunts?
Crawford needs to bunt.
But who bunts?
I don't care who bunts. Crawford needs to bunt.
I know, and I agree. And my dad agrees with you, and my uncle agrees with you.
Good. I'm glad. If your dad, I mean, that I respect tremendously for
And
his
you know what,
knowledge
Oscar?
of baseball.
I agree with you too, in a sense.
That's what I'm saying. If we're saying that we're all agreeing, why isn't he bunting more? That's it. That's the only question I'm asking.
That's just not baseball now. It sucks. It is what
Okay,
it is.
here's where our pitching is. 13th overall, 12th starting pitching, 15th relief pitching. Some of our metrics around base on balls and Ks have gone down a little bit. And pitching for the season over the last 2 weeks and the last week has not been good at 428. We're 21th in baseball. So that is something we're going to have to pay some attention to over the next couple of weeks before the All-Star break. Hopefully our starting pitching. I mean, Wheeler is incredible, man. Wheeler to me, Wheeler is my hero. I mean, he's the best player in this team. I love Zach Wheeler. Huh?
My dog's even barking for Zach Wheeler. You said Wheeler's my hero, and he barked.
Yes, should he start in the All-Star break?
You know what? Barkley can start in the All-Star break if he wants to.
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you.
Got my vote.
Here's just a quick word before kind of we wrap up with Rangel. We'll talk Painter, and then we'll talk next, and then Rangel. What is your take from Rangel after the first 2 games he's pitched?
All right, guys.
Positive.
Way better. Everything you got to hope for.
Yep, that's
Okay.
how I am. Yep, that's where I'm at.
Okay. I mean, 12 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs. I mean, yesterday he was not as lucky as he was on the first couple of bad bloopers there that came in.
Well, and also the fielding behind him.
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
just
it wasn't just
atrocious.
Rangel yesterday.
That was not
That's
Rangel's fault at all.
Yeah.
I kind of like how they're doing it. Tim Mesa opens,
Yeah,
and Alan Rangel kind of does the bulk innings.
Put a little less pressure on him. Put a little less
yeah.
pressure about losing the game on him and all that.
This
so.
guy has to get you through a month. That's
Yeah.
just like Derek Hill. He needs to get you through a month.
Okay, let's go right quick. Let's talk Painter. Today he pitched 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 3 base on balls, which is a little bit concerning.
No command. No command outside of his fastball.
Four
His fastball looked a lot better.
Ks, 4 Ks at 80 pitches, 44 strikes. That percentage is pretty low.
Yeah.
And had 10 whiffs, which is good. I mean, I don't for 4 innings is okay. It is not great. I mean, look, to me, the way I look at it, work in progress.
Yep. The fastball was a lot better. It had a lot more movement. I'll say that. I really liked the way his 4-seam fastball was. Everything else, I got nothing good to say.
He had 44 of the 80 pitches. 44 were fastballs. I mean, 4-seam fastballs. So he had. I think he threw like 33% during the regular season.
They want him going back
far.
they want him going back to basics. That's what they
Yeah,
want.
so it's fine. I mean, it's work in progress. This is going to take a number of starts. My guess was maybe around 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe it's less. Hopefully it's less. But I do believe it's going to take some time for this guy to get back.
It is going to take some time. What did we say on fastball, Oscar? We said about 6-7 starts. I think end of July. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if he's back before September.
You know what? Honestly, if it gets him fixed, I'll take it.
That's my point.
Me too.
I just think they're going to rush him.
They're going to try to take care of this at the deadline. I mean, I think they're going to go for another pitcher. It's
I agree
the
with
thing
you.
that there is in the most supply. I mean, starting pitch, there's just tons of it, and a bunch.
And you don't have to give up much for it. Like all you need is a guy to get you through 2 months.
Yeah. This is an interesting look. Look at this. This is interesting from Merrick. As of now, Wheeler is going to pitch Sunday before the All-Star game, so he'll be ineligible to pitch in the
They'll
All-Star game.
change that if there's a chance he starts. But Don Angley's going to know too. By the way.
Yeah. So interesting. Sorry, we ran out of batteries there.
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
I'm here on mobile. We'll get through.
Last couple of slides. I mean, before we close it, here's what we have left. So we're playing the Pirates at home prior to the All-Star break. By the way, the July 4th game, soccer game, my guess right now is going to be France against Germany. It's going to be a hell of a
I agree.
game.
Oh, by the way, that's going to be an awesome game here.
It is going to be a hell of a game. France against Germany in the quarters there. I don't know if it's quarter. I think it's 16th or whatever that is. I mean,
it's around. By the way, I think Foley and I have put out the fire on this because people have been complaining about the Phillies do not play at home on the 4th of July, which I think should be every year. But there's no way with the World Cup game and the 250. Come on, It wasn't
Yeah.
happening.
I was
You
hoping
can't
it
do it.
was the U.S. team. I mean, I was hoping it was the U.S. team.
The
I mean,
U.S.
hopefully-
had to finish third in the group. There was a lot that had to
Yeah,
happen.
hopefully. I mean, look, I'm glad it's not for them in the sense that, I mean, beating France is France is probably going to be the team that wins it all.
I'll be honest, Oscar. I'm worried about Bosnia. I don't know if they can beat Bosnia.
No. I mean, U.S. You're talking about. To me, the
Yeah,
finals should be a rematch of France against Argentina. If I was a betting man, it's France against Argentina.
Did you see that path, by the way? Like, say the U.S. beats Bosnia, they might play Belgium, and I think they're going to play, was it France after that?
I think it's Argentina. I think they're in the Argentina rocket. I can see this.
Yeah, but either way, their path is not easy.
I mean, Roger was talking to me about France yesterday. They know how to play, Roger, right?
Right, France is good.
Oh my God, yes.
They're incredible.
Yeah, I went to the game Friday night up here, and it's the World Cup is a really amazing experience, and I went to one in a whole bunch of games in '94, and then I went to one Friday night. And
Well, you're going to have
94,
to. You
Roger.
saw Belgium, right? You saw Belgium.
I saw Belgium.
There's a very high likelihood that the U.S. after beating Herzegovina in the next game, they got to play the winner between Belgium and Ghana, and then
They're not going to beat Belgium.
and then they're probably going to play the winner between Spain and Portugal. So the U.S. is in the Spain bracket. Just remember this name, Jamal Lamine, one of the best players. Mbappe and Jamal Lamine, the two best players in the world, beyond Messi. I mean, Messi's a different thing. Messi's retiring; he's 39. But those two guys are like monsters. I mean,
Spain is my pick to win this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, Spain is going to have to beat France to make it to the finals, and I don't think Spain is beating France.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I also think France could. But by the way, Roger, I want to ask you, how was the '94 World Cup as someone who was 6 when that happened?
Oh, I lived less than 2 miles from the Stanford Stadium, so we had, I think, 6 or 7 games, and I could walk to all of them.
Were tickets like $20 to go?
It was at the Coliseum.
Yeah,
That's when we played. That was the final.
$20, but I got them in the lottery, and they were certainly like $100 a pair, I think.
Did you go see the U.S. play Brazil?
It wasn't at the Coliseum. It was at the Coliseum.
Rose
No,
Bowl.
Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. It was a Rose Bowl. It was a Rose
Yeah,
Bowl.
but that's the final. I went to Stanford Stadium for all the preliminary rounds, and so
Okay. I was
think
in
either
the
6
finals.
or 7 games.
I was in the finals in front of the goalie there when the Italian guy missed the kick.
Oh, that is a
that was incredible,
experience.
man.
By the way, guys,
incredible.
I went Thursday in Philly. I had so much fun. I wanted to go.
Yeah, it's a
World Cup
blast.
game is on my bucket
It is
list.
incredible.
Yep.
It is incredible. That was the year Brazil won. So we were with the Brazilian party with Microsoft. So Microsoft invited, I was working down at P&G in Latin America at the time. Microsoft invited us to the World Cup with the Brazilian crew. So you can imagine the Brazilians were absolutely nuts.
Do you know how rare that is? Like, you went to a World Cup final?
Don't, Roger. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Now, in '94, Brazil's home thing for the opening series was Stanford Stadium. And so they were living right near us. And so they played all of their early games and their quarterfinal in Stanford. So I think I saw them 4 times. And then they went on and won the whole thing. And that Brazilian team and the Brazilian fans, oh my God.
The fans are incredible. I mean, they've been around the city, they've been coming here in the shop. And, as someone who's just absolutely not a soccer guy, it's still infectious. The energy, the enthusiasm.
It's awesome.
I just want to go out and party with these guys.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I was 20, 21. I don't remember what age I was. I mean, we party all night. I mean, we party day and night. It was nonstop. It was wild. It was the wildest thing. I was working at P&G. They had a relationship with Microsoft, and they said, hey, we're going to send some people from P&G to the World Cup. I was the first one that jumped on the thing, and I got on the plane, full tickets to LA. It was incredible.
I'm one of those people. I never played soccer, never had interest in playing soccer. If it wasn't for the '94 World Cup, I can guarantee you I would have never watched a soccer game.
It was incredible. So let's go back to this before we go to the most important slide, which will be the next slide after this. So 4 games against the Pirates. We're going to have an interesting match there. Wheeler versus Steen. It's going to be next Wednesday at 6:40 p.m. at Citizens Bank Park. So get your tickets. That's going to be that's going to be an experience. That's going to be an experience. Then we play the Kansas City Royals. Waka has been pitching well for them. He's going against Luzardo. Abbott has pitched well. He's going to pitch that Tuesday. So maybe, as they said, I mean, he absolutely, he's due to pitch on the 12th. They might move him. He has the possibility to be a starter for the All-Star game. I wish, I mean, he deserves it, man. That guy has been the best pitcher in baseball for the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, he deserves to be an All-Star and start an All-Star in his hometown. So I don't know. It's
I agree with you, but I've known a lot of great pitchers that have never started All-Star games.
And MLB might want to do it from an advertising standpoint. The Mr. Oski is the greatest thing that existed after Skeens last year.
Well, I don't think you can lose sight of MLB is not very subtle. And you'll recall that last year they put Miz into the All-Star game after 5 starts. And now all of a sudden he's miraculously throwing 105, having never thrown past 103 before.
You know what? I agree with you there. I don't think he threw 105. I think he threw high, but I don't think it was that.
Well, I mean, he's throwing the ball harder than anybody else. That part's really clear. But I think MLB has its finger on the scale with him, much as they have had for Shohei, because MLB believes the game is built around individual stars. It's not built around teams, which shows how little they understand.
Now, Roger, just give us the 2-minute knowledge on your perspective. You've been a great negotiator, a businessman for many, many years. I would love your take on how ownership has gone out there. They throw a top and a bottom, and then they throw the hammer. I mean, the second and the third waves of the thing has been hammers that I was shocked to see how they went out.
The labor negotiation.
Absolutely. The labor, but no, it's not the labor. They've thrown three fastball, one after the other.
I would actually argue that tactically that was a terrible mistake.
I agree. They would have said, here's our proposal.
My impression is that the players are unambiguously unified, and way more fans are understanding what the owners are up to than were before they made those 3 proposals. When they started, fans who are fans of football were largely in favor of a salary cap. But what's really weird is the way that MLB has done this is forced people to actually look at the economics of salary caps, and they have not produced the effect that the owners claim they will produce. And in the case of baseball, because of the Dodger problem, it would require you locking in this really asymmetrical thing. I mean, I just don't see any way.
It's insane. Insane. How are you going to be able to do it?
Replacing the minors with college is like one of the stupidest ideas ever put forward.
The fact that Major League Baseball just wants to get rid of minor league baseball, which is very affordable. Oh, by the way, I'm a pro minor league guy here. If you would get rid of the Reading Fighting Phils, I'd be so mad. Same with the League of Iron. That is not the way to go. They're so out of touch.
No, 35 to 40% of the players that are picked in the draft, they come from high school.
Yeah.
They're changing the whole industry. And I get that if you do that, you can start building the college and some of that kind of to try to do like the NFL does right now. But to me, it's just, first of all, there's not going to be a top. There's not going to be a top because the players in their life, they're going to approve a cap. I mean, they're in their life, they're going to approve a cap. There's no way there's a cap. And I think
you know what? That's what makes baseball to me fun, because there is no salary cap. It's like if you have a problem with it, go spend more money. It's simple.
So they're gonna go, okay, there's no top. We're gonna do certain things on the bottom, and then we're gonna negotiate the other things that are going to make us $1 billion in our pockets at the end of the day. I think they threw everything everything in the sink to see whatever they can get out of it.
Yeah, but all they're gonna get is losing a season.
That is the point.
Which is not good for any of us.
That's the sad truth.
That is a sad
truth. As always, it's the fans who lose out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's how football was already growing in the 80s and 90s, as you guys know. But baseball losing the World Series in 94 took it all away. It really did. Baseball was number one, and all of a sudden it wasn't. And it really hasn't come back.
I'm going to throw a guaranteed on this program, and I want you to remember this. Francisco Renteria is going to be a superstar for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you're going to go to Foley's, the Philly store shop.
We
You're
have
gonna get a
baseball.
lot of equipment.
We have baseball in 2031, and Rob Manfred doesn't shut everybody out.
Get ready for Francisco Renteria. He's going to be a superstar. You getting ready?
Heck yeah! No, I'm preparing now. We're clearing out the space. We're setting up a table.
I met his parents at the World Baseball Classic, and they're wonderful people. They're going to come to Philly, and I will take them to the shop with Francisco Renteria.
Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber will be going for their 600 film runs when Francisco Renteria makes his debut.
Well, what's time to be live? 2031.
He'll be making his debut before that. He'll be 21 in 2031. So I think he's actually going to come up.
I actually think he will make his debut before 2031.
John, if his parents do come, you got to get me something, okay? I don't give a
shit.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'll have something for all you guys.
John, this is your opportunity to tell us what we can get in your store, what we can get online. Tell us the whole spiel.
Hey, if you're looking for memorabilia, if you're looking for independent apparel designed by so many of our talented artists and designers here in Philadelphia, this is the place to come get it. Foley's on South. Like I said, if you can't come here in person, I hope you can come here in person. I'd love to meet everybody. I've had a blast meeting all my friends online in real life, but if you can't make it, if you're too far away, check out the website, and we can get you a little piece of Philadelphia shipped out for you.
I've been 3 or 4 times at the store, and the people that come in saying, "So you are John Foley, the great John Foley." Everybody,
he looks the same as he does on Twitter. He's not a faker by any means.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal.
Hey,
look,
it's real. It's authentic. It's just it's Philadelphia. It's real. It's passionate. It's authentic. That's what we're trying to capture here at the
John,
store.
I love that logo. I love your logo for that
Look
shop.
at the shirt, man. That shirt is incredible. I bought a sign that says Broad Street. I'm ready finally for Broad Street. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Manifest
it's incredible. What did you get, Roger? What did you get from?
I've gotten so many different things. I got on day one, I bought Bedlam at the Bank, which was a game that I think all of us were at. And so that was the giant photograph of Harper. I bought a plush Philly Fanatic. I bought a couple of Fanatic T-shirts.
I think you got Fanatic T-shirt on the way right now.
I got the Christopher Sanchez bobblehead.
Bobblehead. I got the same
bobblehead. Oscar has one sitting right here behind the counter.
He's sitting back here. I haven't been in Philly, so I haven't been able to pick it up.
I don't think that's all that I've gotten. I think I've gotten a couple other little things too. But that's,
I think you have.
Hey guys, if you're looking for something, Father's Day. Now, what's the next one? I don't know, Memorial Day or whatever is coming up.
I just need more Fanatic apparel. I'm sorry.
We're working on it. Keep checking the website. We're coming back with new stuff every week from all these talented folks in the community here. So.
Yeah, so I just wanted to end up with this the show. I mean, really, John, you're doing an incredible job, man. We love that you have the store. I mean, if you're a Phillies fan, this is the place you need to go. I mean, great people. Look, great people. Talking about great people. Look at that, huh?
Oh, Wednesday's game is going to be awesome. Wednesday's game is going to be sick.
Look here, Kyler. Thank you for reaching out, brother. We'd love to have you here, brother. So look, it's if you're looking for a place to buy something, I mean, Foley's is the place where you need to go buy it. Roger, where can we follow you in social media? Moon Alice. When are the concerts, by the way?
Still at Moon Alice, but the one thing I would say is I think the reason you buy from John this year is because there is a real chance that this is the year. I mean, it looks way more like this is the year than either of the last two did. And I just think that we are a really, really imbalanced team. We have really serious flaws, and so does every other team other than the Dodgers. right?
That's right.
And you know what? And to add to your point, Roger, it's very hard to win 3 in a row. It does not happen often.
Well, it's not only that, they are getting old before your eyes.
Yeah, they are. If it's not for Andy Potheads,
Mookie and Freddie are aging as the season goes on. They are aging in ways that are, probably not recoverable during the year.
Yeah. What was the slogan 20 years ago? Why can't us? Right?
Why not us? Why not us? Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? I think they even went with why can't us, which is
I think you're right. I think it was why can't. You're 2008 Phils.
And it's like there's no reason why they couldn't win the World Series. They absolutely could. Will they? I don't know, but they absolutely could.
John, the
point is, it could be a memorable year. Right?
Yes.
This could be a season where we have a ball because our expectations got crushed.
This is what I love to tell people, again, because Twitter wasn't really a thing in 08. That 08 team stunk from mid-June to mid-August, and then things clicked.
The 22 team, was like that. It's like nobody expected in their lifetime, that we were going to make it to the World Series. It's like...
They played 640 baseball after Bob Thompson took over, and they won 8 straight right after. And look, this week they had games that reminded you of 22.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would argue that we didn't really have games in 22 like those 3 games against.
That Angels game, but
yeah,
I would agree with you. On the grand scheme of it, yes, yeah.
John, your you have 2 addresses there, yours and 2028, and then the store. Do you want to give it to us?
Yeah. Please follow the shop at Foley's on South. That's on Twitter, Instagram, all the socials, and then as always, you can find me at 2008 Phils, Twitter, Blue Sky, what have you.
And Roger, before we go, the next concert, the next Moon Island concert, where is it?
Actually, it's a great question. I think we have a whole set of them at the end of July and beginning of August, all around the San Francisco Bay Area. Just go to moonowls.com and /tour, and you can see where we're playing.
Listen to the music; it's unbelievable. I absolutely love it. Jeff, I'll see you tomorrow at Phillies Fastball with Miguel.
Yeah, whenever we're rolling, we'll probably just rehash what we talked about tonight.
Oh, come on. We're going to go at it. No, guys, it is a pleasure to be, truly an honor, Roger, to have you back. John, as always, brother, you're a regular here with us. And Jeff, you're the best, man. Thank you so much, guys. Truly appreciate it. By the way, we beat the record for the longest show we've had all year. So,
hell yeah, there we go.
My dog is letting me know about it. He has to go OWT out.
Hey, thank you, guys. Have a wonderful week, and God bless. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundico entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Swing y lo ponchó.